Yo, Cheeksters, I am back. I've been busy, I've been in Canada, but either way, let's just get straight into the picks for UFC Fight Night. Usman versus Buckley taking place in Atlanta. Shit, dog, I cannot wait for this. I'm wearing my Buckley Full Violence shirt. Fucking love Buckley. Either way, let's just get straight into this with... I'm not going to talk about Jamie Lindhorst versus Vanessa Demopoulos. Fucking look at her. Built like a fucking midget with those big ass legs. Either way, I'm picking Vanessa Demopoulos with that one though. By the way, Phil Roll versus Angelusa for the first real fight of the night. You know what I mean? This is a tough one because both these guys are real gritsters. And it's like, they're both in a weird spot. They really are. They really are. Because they're not the highest level, but they're not shit either. And they're just stuck in that mid-level range. They don't go higher. They don't go lower. So it's really hard to pick between them because Angelusa, he's lost to some good guys. He's lost to JDM. He was losing to Brian Battle. That sort of shit. While Phil Rowe... he's lost to some good guys like Neil Magny. I think Angelusa's losses come from a higher level, though. You get what I mean? And some of his wins are pretty good. If I remember correctly, he beat Reese McKee by decision. So I feel like I'm gonna have to go with Angelusa on this one. I feel like he can just fucking grit it out and get like a finish against Phil Rowe. Maybe I can see him getting like a TKO or something, but it's a rough one to pick. I'll go with Angelusa here though. Ricky Simone versus Cameron Smotherman. Bet the house on Ricky Simone. Bet the fucking house on Ricky Simone. The man is only a minus 175 favorite. You look at Cameron Smotherman yesterday during the weigh-ins, he was sunken in. He was frail. He was drained. You have to bet the house on Ricky Simone here. 110%. He has hit that comeback. His last 3 losses before the Javid Basharat KO were to Song Yadong, Mario Bautista, and Vinicius Oliveira. One of those guys is in the top 5 right now and a future title challenger at only like 27. The other is a boring fighter, but a great fucking fighter. Let's be fair. Mario Bautista, he's very skilled. He's not very fun. He's skilled though. And Vinicius Oliveira is a future champion. I don't give a fuck. That man's a future champion. With the way he's striking and shit, and how intense he is, that man is a future champion. And then Ricky Simone goes out there. Everyone's doubting him. I didn't doubt him. I did not doubt him. I picked Ricky Simone, and he KO'd Javid Basharat flat. If y'all don't know, I've never gotten a Ricky Simone pick wrong. Never once. So when I say bet the house on him, I say bet the house on him by first round KO. He is going to finish Cameron Smotherman in the round. Look at this little midget whose best win, his best fucking win is Jake Hadley. Jake Hadley, man, on short notice. Wow. So good. So good. Kid's 12-5. Not going anywhere. I'm picking Ricky Simone all day. He's my lock of the night, I swear. Now, Cody Durden versus Jose Ochoa. This is a rough one. I like Ochoa. I really do, actually. I feel like he's a flyweight Nate Diaz in a way, you know? Like, he really was fighting. Like, in his last fight against, what's the kid's name? Lawner Kavanaugh. That was like a flyweight Conor versus Nate in a way, you know, in theory, in concept. It was very fun. It was very interesting. And I think Jose Ochoa, he's pretty strong. He's a good shoot-the-box guy. I am worried about that because I don't value shoot the box. I think their best fighter is Charles Oliveira, and I don't rate Charles Oliveira that highly. Fucking kill me. I don't care. Come at me for it. I think he would lose to Mateusz Gamrot still. I'll put it like that. But either way, I feel like Jose Ochoa can pull this off because he showed good fight IQ against Loner Kavanaugh. And he nearly sunk in that armbar against such a huge prospect. Meanwhile, Cody Durden, he's sort of a middle road guy. He's not bad. He's not bad at all. He had fucking Matt Schnell double tapping. But he couldn't KO Matt Schnell. You get what I mean? He was brawling with Matt Schnell for a round straight and couldn't fucking finish him. You see what I mean? I can't trust his power to do any damage to a guy with a huge chin like Jose Ochoa. And in the wrestling, as long as Jose Ochoa doesn't try to throw up anything off of his back or any of that bullshit, I think Ochoa has got this. So I'm going to go with Ochoa. I think by its submission, I think second round submission makes sense. I could see him taking Durden's back. Yeah, that feels right. That feels right. Yeah. I'll go with Ochoa. I don't know how Cody Durden is plus money, though. This is like the most 50-50 fight. So if you want, I wouldn't risk it, but if you want to make some money, you could bet on a Cody Durden by decision. That could make you some mean cash right there. But either way, Malcolm Wallmaker versus Chris Moutinho. People always rate Chris Moutinho very, very, not highly, but you know what I mean? Like they rate his chin a lot. Kid's 9-6. After the Sean O'Malley fight, I want y'all to remember what happened to him. Okay, after a moment of silence for our boy, Chris Moutinho, for both this fight and his last, he got KO'd in the first round by a 37-year-old veteran. He got KO'd by a 37-year-old in the first round. After going 3 rounds with O'Malley, he gets KO'd by a 37-year-old. His chin is not there anymore. O'Malley stole it. Malcolm Wallmaker is free fucking money. Especially by KO. Fucking bet it all on Wallmaker, bro. Wallmaker by like a first round KO is actually a pretty reasonable money line, I think. Hold on. Let me check. Alright. So I did a little bit of research. And if you'll just look at it with me for a second, Malcolm Wallmaker by TKO/KO is a -260. That's a good fucking bet right there. That brings him from a -2,000 to a -260. You see what I mean? And Moutinho, he looked shit on the weigh-in scales. So if you really want, I would do Malcolm Wallmaker, round 1 KO. Plus 145. That's huge. You could make a huge lot of money on something that's very guaranteed, especially with the -145 just by KO. Bet on Malcolm Wallmaker by KO. Bet like $100 on him. You'll make a clean amount. That's all I'm saying. How about $145 on him so you can make 100? It's easy money. It's free fucking money, bro. I saw, what's his name? The fucking bum that always gets the picks wrong. He calls all the whales on Instagram. He bet $1,200 on Wellmaker. Not by KO, not by decision, just on him. You know what the returns on that are? $80. $80 fucking dollars. Why not go with the method of victory there, bro? You could at least make more money on the dollar. You could at least risk less than $1,200 for $80. That was so stupid. Kool-Aid MMA or whatever. That's the guy's name, yeah. Either way, Lawmaker, KO, round 1 I'm going. I feel like this is going to be a generational fight night. Now, Michael Chiesa versus Court McGee. Both these guys are real fucking unks, man. Like, real fucking unks. But Chiesa is bigger, leaner, looks better. Court McGee is fat. He's tubular, he's round, he's got the love handles now. You don't want these as a fighter. You really don't. It's as simple as that. Court McGee, he looks like an uncle. He looks like an uncle. I think I will go with Michael Chiesa. By submission, maybe? I could see a submission really calling my name here. Yeah, Michael Chiesa by round 3 submission. Why not? Michael Chiesa, round 3 submission. Let's go for that. Now, Paul Craig versus Rodolfo Bellato. This is a rough one. Before I was going to pick Bellato because my take is that Bellato is like not good enough to be something and therefore he might get like he will beat Paul Craig, you know? I'm fucking flailing out here, my fault. Like he won't be something. And if you're not going to be something, you're going to beat Paul Craig. That's my take. Because Paul Craig, I think he's beaten Jimmy Crute. He's beaten everyone that's been something except Khalil Roundtree, who KO'd him in a round. I could see Rodolfo Bellato being like a Khalil Roundtree, you know? But that's about as far as I can see him going. So it's like, I don't know. But now I'm like leaning towards Paul Craig by submission because now I can see Bellato being something. I can see the aura on him, you know? And it's weird. I want to go like Paul Craig by like a round 1 submission. Bellato, he usually takes over late. If you look at his record, it happened in the Jimmy Crute fight. It happened in the Ihor Potieria fight. He takes over late. Like, he's a big guy. He's a monstrous guy. But he's also got good cardio, and he uses that physicality of his to just wear you down and break you down there, you know what I mean? So if Paul Craig is going to finish him, I think it's going to be in the first round, and I think it'll be by like a submission or something. So yeah, I'll go Paul Craig, submission, first round. If not, if Paul Craig loses, then the method for Bellato is like probably fucking third round KO, something like that. It'd be an impressive domination if Bellato wins, because I do not see him not dominating if he wins. But I wouldn't bet on this fight at all. It's too risky. The odds shouldn't be this much. Before last time around, Craig was a plus 500, remember? Also, I feel like the herpes play a part here. Just saying. Anyways. Now for the main card opener. We got Alonzo Menifield versus Umar Sy. I'm going to be so dead ass. I think Umar Sy is the biggest prospect at light heavyweight. He has great wrestling with an insane submission ability. And Alonzo Menifield is just not mildly, obscenely retarded. You know? Umar Sy, you look at him. Kid's got arms that nearly reach his fucking knees. My God. And in his last fight, he looked like a pro kickboxer in some moments. A world-class pro kickboxer. Like, he has that, like, Cyril Gane striking at times. Sometimes he gets a little clunky with it, but at other times, he's like Cyril Gane on the feet, but with the grappling as well. And he's the only guy at light heavyweight, in my opinion, who has the ability to take you down and to submit you. Ankalaev has the ability to take you down and TKO you, but that man does not have a career submission. Yuri has the ability to submit you, but he ain't gonna take you down. You get what I mean? It's like Umar Sy is the only guy And Nikita Krylov. Nikita Krylov can, like, take you down and submit you. That's why I was like, oh, this guy could be a dark horse against Pereira. But then he got chinned by Reyes, and a lot of that aura left pretty quickly. You know what I mean? Either way, I see Alonzo Menifield doing some stupid shit in this fight and getting submitted in round 1 or round 2. Like, he's gonna turtle up after a takedown, and Umar Sy is just going to get on him and, like, take the back and submit him. I could also see Umar Sy getting a nice Darce choke. I have, like, an aura around this. I feel a Darce choke could be incoming here. But I think I'll just go with Umar Sy by, like, a rear naked choke submission. Let's see. He's a minus 700. I wouldn't bet on that personally. Because, like, who knows? He could TKO Alonzo Menifield. Alonzo Menifield is chinny. And it's like, I don't think the payout would be worth it. So I think just go with Umar Sy. Don't bet on him. Just pick him. You know what I mean? Get your friends hyped up on him, bro. Because he is my #1 light heavyweight prospect. Bigger than Zhang Minyang, bro. I swear. Zhang, he lost to fucking, what's his name? That bum. That literal bum. They're trying to, like, push Zhang. But he's 26. He's a little too young. He's also war-torn for a 26-year-old. So it's like he doesn't have the physicality benefit, in my opinion. So, and he doesn't have the experience benefit, in my opinion, either. And he's just war-torn. So it's like, you know what I mean? Askar Mozarov. That's the guy that Zhang lost to when he was 19. He got KO'd flat in a round by Askar Mozarov, the Black Panther of Ukraine or whatever. The guy that Alonzo Menifield KO'd in his UFC debut. Remember? Remember that guy? The guy who lied his way into the UFC. He KO'd Zhang Minyang. So that's why he's not my #1 prospect. Umar Sy is. Either way, I just got crazy sidetracked, but that's my fault. Mansour Abdul Malik versus Cody Brundage. Fuck. This is hard. This is really damn hard. I think Mansour Abdul Malik is very good physicality-wise, but I think in his last fight he showed that he can be a bit chinny when he got caught with that spinning back fist by Nick Klein. And he also showed that he can be clinched up pretty easily. Two things that play into Cody Brundage's factors a lot. But at the end of the day, it's fucking Cody Brundage. You can never rely on Cody fucking Brundage. That's the issue here. So it's like, what the fuck do we do here? And I'm just thinking, maybe pick Cody Brundage. Now, plus 500, I don't know if those odds are good enough for me, you know? Because if Cody Brundage wins, it's by KO. So hold on, let me do some research. I might cook with this. Give me 1 second. If you'll entertain me, Cody Brundage by KO is a plus 100 bet. I don't think that's terrible. And I'll tell you why. Hear me out here. Put $10 on Brundage by KO. And like 100 on Abdul Malik by KO. I'm fucking with y'all. Don't put any money on either. That's my take. I think Mansour, he's a bit overrated. I think he'll be fraud checked eventually. And I think Brundage is a bum and very unreliable. If you want to put money on him, I would. But I think if you're betting on this fight, the best bet, let me show y'all, is simple. Never mind. I mean, if you want easy money, bet on the fight to not go to decision. Because that's my take. This fight is not reaching the final bell. It's free money. But it's like minus 1,000. So you know what I mean? I expected it to be like lower, you know? No. Either way, I think I'll fucking pick Cody Brundage. What the fuck do I have to lose here? I'll pick Cody Brundage by KO. I feel it. I feel it, bro. I feel it. I do not rate Mansoor Abdul Malik that highly, bro. I'm just being dead ass. He's got that sort of dead stare on him. I don't rate him. I don't rate him. I do not rate him. He looks a little like Kenny Okoye if he was buff, though. Either way, Cody Garbrandt versus Rowney Barcelos. I'm just going to be so dead ass. I'm not even going to play with y'all. Rowney Bumcelos. He's not actually a bum. He's pretty good mid-level, in my opinion. But either way, he is a completely different matchup. Like, people are saying, oh, because Rowney killed Talbot, that he'll beat Garbrandt. First of all, I'm sorry. I watched that fight again. Rowney was getting pieced up on the feet. A lot. Like, near the end, he was getting pieced the fuck up on the feet. In that third round, like, damn, man. People really ignore it because he just shocked the world. But Peyton Talbot wasn't doing terrible in that fight. He trained for a striking fight, and he got taken down. He trained for 3 months for striking, and immediately gets grappled fucked. I don't think Peyton Talbot is that bad for that. And Rowney Barcelos is a pretty good tier wrestler. Let's be fair. If I remember correctly, he defended takedowns from Umar. And more importantly, he is a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, like, IBJJF champion in some places. He's Division I wrestler, if I remember correctly. He has some wrestling credentials. Like Gregory RoboCop Rodriguez. He's like that, but at bantamweight. But either way, Rowney Barcelos, he doesn't have power is my issue here. He doesn't have the power to put Cody Garbrandt out. And Cody Garbrandt does have that takedown defense. He has very high level takedown defense. He has all the skills needed offensively. It's just that his defensive boxing fucking sucks and his mentality can be shit sometimes. That's all. And with Cody Garbrandt, I think Cody Garbrandt by KO is like a really easy bet. Rowney Barcelos is 37-38. Garbrandt is like 32-33. Yeah, let's check out Cody Garbrandt by KO real quick. I just want to see. Cody Garbrandt is a plus 198. Just bet on him in general. But Cody Garbrandt by KO is a plus 430. I'd say he's a lock. Garbrandt by KO is a lock, bro. I'm just being dead ass. If y'all want free, easy money, in my opinion, go Garbrandt by KO. Plus 430. Bet 100 on that, you'll be walking out with 500. Just trust me on this. I swear. I swear, if you listen to me on this, you will not regret it. Cody Garbrandt, his last loss is Davison Figueiredo. That's not a bad loss. That's not a bad guy to submit you. That's my closing statement. Go with Cody Garbrandt. Trust in Cody Garbrandt. Trust. Now, for the featured fight of the card. This fight pisses me off, man. Not this one, but this one right up here, the co-main. We'll get to that, though. We'll fucking get to that. But this fight, Andre Petroski, I fucking love Petroski's beard. I'm not even gonna lie. I really like his beard. I wish I could grow one like that. Versus Edmund Shabazian, also a nice beard. Much more reserved, but still a nice beard. I'm gonna go with Shabazian. I remember hearing guys like Bedtime saying, oh, if Shabazian leaves the first round, he's not winning this fight. Just go with Petroski by decision or KO. I disagree. I think Shabazian could win this by decision. People always say, oh, he's so dangerous early on, but then he falls off. No. You're overlooking it, bro. He fell off against some top-level guys, bro. It's not that bad. He got submitted by Anthony Hernandez, bro. Whoopsie fucking do. Whoa, so bad. You get what I mean? Like, Edmund Shabazian is not that bad, bro. He is not that bad. And he does have at least 2 rounds of cardio. I'm just going to be dead ass. At least 2 rounds of cardio. And I could see him winning that decision. But who's plus money here? That's my question. I see people going with Petrosky. I think Petrosky's a bum on the feet. I'm just being dead ass. Like, he's got the same level of striking as a fucking Rodolfo Vieira. Like, bruh. Come on. It's like... This is a rough one, man. This is a rough one because Petrosky isn't that bad. The beard being that full might help with the chin, bro. You gotta remember. Studies show that having a full beard at least like an inch in length can reduce 30% of the impact of a punch. At least 30%. And when it's like 2 to 3 inches, it can be like up to 70%. That's fucking 2 to 3 inches right there. That's even 4 inches of beard right there, bro. That's an entire neck of beard. But that's in the bearded area. And when Edmund Shabazian hits you, he don't hit you on the chin. He hits you right on the temple, behind the ear, sorta. You know what I mean? He's clean with it. He's not going to hit you right on the chin. He's going to hit you on the upper facial area. He's not going to hit you with some uppercut or some shit. So, I think I'll go with Edmund Shabazian round 1 KO. I think I will. I wouldn't be shocked if he won on points. I also wouldn't be shocked if Petrosky won on points. He's a big fucking muscle hamster for this division. He's just a monster. And yeah, I'll go with Shabazian, bro. I'm still just pissed off about this fucking co-main. Also, one more thing. Shabazian versus Petrosky should not be the featured fight. This should be the featured fight, in my opinion. This could be the featured fight. This could be the featured fight. I think Shabazian versus Petrosky should be the main card opener, in my opinion. Or the second bout on the main card if you want to put it above this one. I think Mansour Abdul-Maliki is a huge prospect, so it's okay to put him above an Edmund Shabazian if you want to. But... you know what I mean? You know what I fucking mean? Yeah. Like, this shouldn't be the featured bout. This should be the opener. And this shouldn't be on the fucking card. I do not give a fuck about Rose Namajunas or Miranda Maverick. Fuck both of them. Fuck them. Fuck. Ugh. It's gonna be such a well-paced fight night, and then these bitches are gonna interrupt it. That's my issue. It's going to be so nicely paced, and then we're just going to have to deal with a 3-round decision fest that's going to absolutely suck with 14-7 Rose Namajunas and 17-5 Miranda Maverick. Like, God. Oh. Just merge women's and men's flyweight so we can cut them all. Please, I beg of you. I beg of you. I'm trolling, but like, my God. Rose Namajunas, please retire. Please retire. Nobody cares about you. Nobody cares about you no more. You're a bum. Thug Rose is done. Oh my God. Oh my God. This does actually piss me off. I'll go with Rose Namajunas by decision, but this is like the worst fight ever on a good fight night. You know, this is the worst fight of the night. If there's a worst fight of the night reward or punishment where they subtract $25K from your paycheck, it'd be this one. It'd be this one, bro. That's all I'm gonna say. I actually wouldn't mind that. I really wouldn't. Like, if a huge fight or like two rich fighters have a really shitty fight, just subtract 50K from both of them, you know? Give it to like a second fight of the night, you know? Give it to some poor dude. Some poor fighter. But either way, I'll go Rose Namajunas by like fucking unanimous decision. Ooh. So cool. I don't care. Anyways, Joaquin Buckley versus Kamaru Marty Usman. I cannot wait for this fight. I am wearing my Buckley Full Violence shirt right now. If Buckley wins by the method I am going to say, fuck man. Fuck man. I will do a face reveal in the shirt. I swear. I swear to God I will. I'll do it tomorrow if this happens. But either way, I'm going Buckley by a round 2 TKO. Let me play it out for you. I think Usman really isn't that washed, even though he's like 38, damn near pushing 40, and his knees fucking suck. I don't think he's like mega washed. He lost to a good champion twice, and then he lost to Khamzat Chimaev, who is really fucking good, right? And people say, oh, Leon Edwards isn't a good champion. No. He just got his mentality fucking broken. That's the difference. He's very mentally weak as a champion, but when he kept on winning, he was a pretty good champion. You know what I mean? Either way, I don't think Kamaru Usman is that bad. I think he could beat anybody. I think he could beat like an Ian Gary right now. I could see him beating an Ian Gary, I swear. I think he could beat a Carlos Prates. I will go through the rankings right now, actually. I will go through the rankings real quick. Real fucking quick, you know what I mean? So let's see who I think Kamaru Usman would beat. I think Usman would beat a Shavkat. I know that's a very scary opinion. I think Usman could beat Shavkat because Shavkat has shown very low-level wrestling. I think Usman could beat Edwards in a rematch. I'm being dead ass. Edwards is on the fall off. Kamaru is too, but the difference is Kamaru isn't mentally broken. He's still physically very good. I think Kamaru could have a competitive decision with Ian Machado Gary. I don't know if he wins that one, but he could pull it off in a way. I think Buckley kills anybody in this top 15. I'm being dead ass. I think he KOs anybody in this top 15. And I think Kamaru Usman, I think he could be a Michael Morales. Michael Morales might be a tough matchup for him, but I could see Usman pulling it off, right? I definitely see him beating Colby, Gilbert Burns. Jeff Neal is a rough one. Do I think Usman is better than Jeff Neal on the feet? Because Jeff Neal has great takedown defense. People always ignore that. So it's like, I could see Jeff Neal beating Usman, but I could also see Jeff Neal beating Bilal Muhammad and Sean Brady. And all these guys who aren't that great on the feet, but who are very good wrestlers. And I think Usman beats a Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. I think he beats a Carlos Prates. I think he beats a Kevin Holland. I think he beats a Michael Page. So it's like, I'm only picking him to lose to JDM. Maybe a Bilal. I could see him being competitive as fuck with Bilal. Definitely a Sean Brady. Maybe a Shavkat. But, you know what I mean? I don't think Usman is that washed. I think he's still real damn good. I think he is still top 7, top 10 quality. And I think if he moved up to middleweight, he could do some real damage. He could beat anybody outside the top 5 at middleweight, in my opinion. And Israel Adesanya and Sean Strickland on top of that. So really anybody outside the metaphorical top 3 of Nasruddin, Khamzat, and Robert Whittaker. You know what I mean? I feel like Usman could do great at that division. So, the real question is, why am I picking Buckley if I don't think Usman is that washed? Because I think Buckley is a future welterweight GOAT. He is my favorite fighter on this planet, and I think he kills Usman in the second round. I think Usman will have that success early. I think it'll be like Ilia Topuria versus Volkanovski. That's my identical mirror matchup for this, right? I think it'll be damn near like that. Usman, maybe he gets a takedown. Maybe he's piecing up Buckley with the jab a little. But Buckley keeps marching him down. He lands some nice shots on him. Gets like a mean body punch in the clinch. Gets some knees in. Gets some kicks in. Kicks are very important. I could see Buckley really ramming the oblique kicks. And that's another reason why I'm not picking Usman. He doesn't throw kicks. To beat Buckley, you need to throw kicks. You need to use your height advantage. He is still the shortest ranked welterweight. If you are fighting Buckley, you need to use those kicks. And even then, Buckley can catch those kicks. But either way, besides the point. And in the second round, I just see Usman still doing well. But Buckley just has his reads on him now. He starts backing him up more. He gets him against the cage, and he just KOs him flatline like he did Wonder Boy. 3 follow-up strikes. Boom, boom, boom. And Usman is just out cold. That's my opinion. That's my real opinion. That's my pick. And I'll go as far to say is Buckley by KO is my lock of the night. Let me just show y'all the odds on this shit. The fucking odds, lad. Buckley by KO is plus 160. I'm going to go with Buckley by KO. It's as simple as that. Plus 160, lock of the night. Lock of the night. Usman is not going to be able to stand 5 rounds with Joaquin Buckley. He is not going to be able to stand 3 rounds with Joaquin Buckley. Joaquin Buckley has some god-tier cardio. People ignore that. He was out cardioing middleweights. He was only getting schooled because they had physicality on him. You get what I mean? Like, he was out cardioing middleweights. He was out striking and outpacing middleweights, bro. Like, he is great with cardio. He's great with athleticism. He has a pretty good chin. You know what I mean? He's very fast. The only thing he really lacks is technicality. He's not the most technical, and even then, he has great fight IQ to make up for that. His only issue is he throws a lot of hooks. He doesn't throw a lot of jabs or straight punches. He relies on that physicality a lot, which is why, I hate to say it, I do see Buckley falling off after like 35 at the latest and going on like a Tyrone Woodley spree because he is very physicality based. And once he runs out of that physicality, that's when Buckley will fall off. Which is why I think this guy, he's going to be like the second best welterweight of all time. Unless he wins like the belt in the next year and is really active in defending it, like twice a year, 3 times a year, then maybe he could become the GOAT. Then maybe he could become the GOAT. You get what I mean? But I don't see that happening. So I think just second best welterweight. Maybe he could get a middleweight belt after like 3 or 4 defenses. 5 defenses even. But I know I'm biased with this pick. Obviously Buckley by second round TKO. Anyways, yeah. By the way, I feel like, let me scroll up real quick. I feel like I owe y'all an explanation. After the Burns vs. Morales video, I had finals, so I was real busy studying for that. Did real good on them. Don't worry. And after that, I went to Canada with my parents as a graduation gift. So I was busy with that for like a week. And now, recently, I've just been working on like college stuff, looking for a job, working out. And hanging out with friends because, you know, fucking 17 years old here. So it's okay. But either way. So yeah, I was just a bit busy. I'll be uploading consistently again now. I'll try to keep uploading every day or every 2 to 3 days for the next 3 months until break is over, until summer break is over, and then I get into college. So yeah, let's go for that. Anyways. Goodbye, y'all. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day. And, remember, put the house on Buckley by KO, Wellmaker by KO. Boom. There's your parlay for tonight. Boom. Do that, you'll be a bajillionaire, bruh.